Welcome back to the highlight show with me, Betty Glover, and this man, Dan Jervis. Day 4 of the Aquatics GB Championships is now done and dusted. And Dan Jervis, what a day.
Amazing. I think I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm just as exhausted as the swimmers. I might be a bit wrong there, but what a night of swimming.
I think you are a bit wrong there, to be honest. I mean, you can still do it. You can go and do your 1500 right now if you want.
And damage this t-shirt? Absolutely not. It's new.
Let's start with the women's 200 metre backstroke, because what a race that was. But Katie Shanahan coming through, an incredible race from her.
Oh, amazing. You know, it's quite interesting because usually she's so dominant in the 400 medley, but she did sacrifice that actually, not enter to concentrate on this 200 back. And did it pay off? Absolutely.
Why do you think she's done that?
I'll have to ask her.
Yeah, you'll have to go find out. And then when you do find out, you'll have to let us know.
You'll be the first to know.
But it was such a strong swim from her. But afterwards, she wasn't as happy as I expected her to be. She made that Singapore qualifying time, which is the most important thing. So she will be doing the 200 back in Singapore, hopefully, if that's the one that she chooses to do. But she wasn't very happy because she was on that British record for about half of the race. When you're a swimmer and you get told that, how much of a blow is it? How much does it mean for a swimmer to get a British record?
I think it means a lot. I was off the British record quite a few times. So the 1500 record was set in 2004 by David Davis, and I was always just a half a second off every time. So it is very frustrating. I can understand Katie's frustration, but also an amazing swim. She's British champion, and I think she's going to break it in the summer. So just spread out the glory, I guess.
And congratulations to Holly and Honey, who got silver and bronze. Let's take a look at how this race panned out.
Women's 200 metres backstroke final at this 2025 Aquatics GB Championships. Really good underwater from, and it's lane number 6. That was Honey Orson, and used every single centimetre of the 15 underwater, but not only used it, but then when she came up, went out like your pencil, shooting forward. Beautiful streamline, lovely in lane number 6 here.
It's important on the 200 backstroke, obviously, to use the full 15. If you do go past it, that is an automatic disqualification. But we just saw with Holly, as you just said, she came out of the water like a pencil, getting straight into that rhythm, setting herself up for the first 100.
Well, I tell you what, she's going for this. Half a second up at the 50 metre mark. They just need to be careful of that lane line. She's very close to it, the leader there. Just needs to make sure she doesn't get her shoulder stuck under it. You do roll your shoulders beautifully on backstroke if it's going well. If you get your shoulders stuck, it's mighty difficult. So up there in lane 3, Katie Shanahan, the favourite from the start, the defending champion in 6. And these two going at it. There's not a lot between them. Under British record pace, underneath Gemma Spoffer's British record. That's amazing at the halfway.
I am looking forward to seeing this second 100 from Katie Shanahan. You know, she won the gold in the 100 backstroke this week, and we know she has good endurance because she is an amazing 400 medley swimmer, but she didn't enter that this week. She's concentrating on this event. She's going for the win on this one.
Well, she's going for the win. They have to do the time though as well, so important. And that British record at 16 years old, 206.66, held by Gemma Spoffer. Now here comes Katie in 3, and this is still under British record pace. Katie Shanahan at the moment. Look at Holly McGill. She's coming back in 4. In 3 it's Shanahan, in 4 it's McGill. Where's this going to go?
I don't know. Look at Holly McGill. She's coming through like a train. Come on, Holly.
Well, they've got to do the time. It's 2:08.68. You can see that on your screen when they finish. Who's going to get the touch? The first one who does the time goes. The second one will be considered. I'm sure they'll go 2. It looks like it's going to be Shanahan. 2:08.68. Oh my goodness. 2 of them. Well done. Well done. 2:07.91 wins it for Katie Shanahan, and 2:08.20 for Holly McGill. She goes to Singapore as well. Well, I put her on the plane already. The selectors will consider her becoming second, but absolutely sure she'll be going. That's Andy Jameson speaking, not the selectors, of course.
Yeah, well done to Katie Shanahan. Next, let's look at the men's 50 metre breaststroke, because, of course, it was that man again, Ollie Morgan, who took the win. He's now done the 50 and the 100 backstroke. That is quite incredible, isn't it?
It's day 4 and he's got 2 British Championship titles around his neck. Like, I hope his trophy cabinet is looking big, because he's going to be filling it soon.
What makes Ollie Morgan so good, do you think?
He's a very good trainer. Yeah, he's very consistent. He's there on time. He has a good pre-pool. Obviously, he trains very hard. He has a good post-pool to recover well enough for tomorrow's training session. Day in, day out, muscle memory. That's why he's so good.
And also even more impressive because he is a Manchester United fan as well, and he said that he was up majority of the night or the evening. He didn't go to bed early because he was watching Manchester United in the Europa League. And did you see it? It was ridiculously nerve-wracking. Harry Maguire with that last-minute screamer, and Ollie Morgan, he was running around his Airbnb celebrating.
Yeah, I don't know how he was running around because such a good swim last night. He must have been exhausted, but I didn't watch it, Betty, if I'm honest.
He's got the 200 coming up on Sunday, so he could do the 50, the 100 and the 200. Do you think that's possible?
Anything's possible, yeah, absolutely. If he's got a lane, he's got a chance.
Yeah, that is right. In the 50-metre butterfly final in the para, Iona Winifred took that gold medal. She's only 14 years old, which is just, I can't comprehend it.
Yeah, I know. She's got such a good future ahead of her. She's so young. And do you know what was really cool? When me and Andy were commentating on her race, Andy got up, her mum was stood right next to us, and she was able to put the headphones on. And it was so nice because her mum was going absolutely mental when she was swimming, and so was I. It was great. It was great to see.
What was her mum's reaction then when she got that really good time?
She was just like, yay! But then it was just relief, and I was relieved for her.
And then she ran over and she got to hand Iona the medal.
Yeah, and what a moment that is.
It was indeed. In the men's para 100-metre butterfly, this was also really good, but incredibly good from Will Ellard.
Will Ellard get under that qualification time? Can he break the British record? Can he get close to the world record for this one, held by the Brazilian Gabriel Bandeira at 54.18? So, Will Ellard in that middle lane number 4. He's gone out very, very fast. British record split is 25.56, and he's inside that. Will Ellard, it could be on for British European record here, which they'll buy. Restart, Paralympian from Tokyo. Let's see if Will Ellard can keep this going. It's very close for second, but Ellard now well ahead of the field. Look at the lead that Will Ellard has got. Absolutely clear water, 2 body lengths ahead of the rest of the field. Let's have a look at the clock into the red zone now. Ellard just tying up slightly, and it's 55.89 for Will Ellard. A fantastic swim, but it just slipped away in the closing stages. Not quite inside that qualification standard of 55.1, but nevertheless, fantastic swim from Will Ellard. Mark Thompson follows him home in 58.79. That's a massive PB for Mark Thompson.
Yeah, congratulations to Will Ellard. Then Ed Mildred picked up the gold medal in the men's 100-metre butterfly final. It was enough to put him in that medley for Singapore as well, that medley relay. Brilliant race from him. Really impressive, Ed Mildred, isn't he?
Yeah, he's having a really good year. He's having a great week. I think he can only improve now going into Singapore. It's so exciting for him.
Yeah, and also he picked up silver earlier in the week as well, which he was a bit gutted about. He wasn't very happy, so he went out there, and I think he had gold on the mind, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he wanted to redeem himself. I mean, still an amazing swim, but being disappointed in something isn't necessarily a bad thing, because that means, right, I know what I've got to work on. And if he does that for Singapore, what time could he do?
Tell you someone that has really impressed me though, Dan, is Eva Akara. She won the women's 50 butterfly final. Said that she doesn't even train butterfly.
I know, that is funny. You can't do that on the distance races. But Eva, do you know, it is impressive because sometimes if you're not intentionally focused on something, you can just relax going into the race, and sometimes being more relaxed into a race just means you're going to be faster. You don't have the pressure. You can just enjoy it.
I know you never did 50, obviously, because you were longer distances, but Eva is so good at the 50 because she won the 53 as well. She's such a strong athlete. What makes a swimmer so good at the 50? What attributes do you need?
She's got a very good fast twitch, I guess, and obviously her training, she's a very good trainer. She's got the race experience and just the adrenaline. You know, here in London, we're having really good crowds in the night, amazing atmosphere. She's using that, bouncing off it, off the block into the water.
Yeah, she has really fast starts, doesn't she, as well? The future is bright for Eva. Let's talk about the women's 400-metre free para final now, because Faye Rogers was absolutely outstanding. In heats this morning, she needed to get 4 seconds quicker to go under that Singapore time, the time that she needed to go to Worlds. And she did it. 4 seconds is a lot of time to shave off, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like she looked at the time and she was like, please, I can do that easily. I mean, she's already got a two world records this week, so she's unstoppable.
Yeah, she's such an impressive swimmer, and I love that she says that she sits there, she watches the swims back, and she really analysed everything that she needed to do. I imagine, well, we know that is very common. That is what you guys need to do after you race. But what exactly are you looking for when you're watching a race back?
I mean, no athlete knows their race better than themselves. You know, she is obviously looking for little things that she could tweak for the night, little things that she's happy with, and she's like, right, that's sorted, let's focus on other things. That's probably what she was doing.
Well, the women's 400-metre freestyle was a brilliant race as well. Megan Barnes took the win. That was so close, though. That could have been any of them.
Yeah, I've said a few times this week where I've had to turn the microphone off. Then I didn't turn the microphone off, and I just let everyone know how excited I was. What a finish. Amelie Bloxage was coming back like an absolute train, but she couldn't catch Megan. But Amelie Bloxage, another amazing race.
Yeah, she's so young. I was talking to her mum the other day, actually, and she was saying that Amelie's obviously still at school, so she's still studying. She's going to be doing her GCSEs whilst also competing at this level, and she's such a rising star, isn't she? And she won the 1500, Amelie, the other day. How different is it to do the 400 after doing the 1500?
It is a lot different. I mean, it's nearly a quarter of the race. Now, I think the way this week is kind of panning out is the 1500 was obviously first for her, and then it's easier coming down in distance than going up. If she started with the 400, she'd be thinking to herself, oh, I've got nearly four times that coming up. Well, now she can just say, I've done the hardest one.
Yeah,
it's only
and then go
easier.
down.
Yeah.
I wonder if she thought maybe I could have gone out a little bit quicker in that 400 though. But Megan was brilliant, and what's really interesting about Megan is that she came 7th this time last year. So you can tell that she's been working really hard, can't you, to be able to win that 400?
Yeah, you know, the progression for Megan has been insane, and I think she's only going to get better. I mean, you can't get better than gold. But no. I'm sure she'll be going for a record soon. Yeah,
well, I hope so, because she can certainly do it. On to the men's 200-metre final then. In the mixed classification, Rhys Darby took the win and made the Singapore qualifying time.
Fantastic. I'm so excited for him. What a swim.
Yeah, it was really, really good. What was it about him that impressed you?
You could just see the smile on his face when he finished. He's obviously worked very hard, and it's so great when you see the athletes like smile and enjoy the glory that they've just had. That was my favourite thing. A great interview from him as well.
Yeah, he had a really dominant swim, didn't he? He, of course, medalled in that one in Paris as well. So that is his race that he is very good at. Over to the men's 200-metre IM final then, last but not least. Duncan Scott, an incredible swim. Duncan Scott just doing Duncan Scott things. I don't think anyone can slow that man down.
No, it was an amazing swim. And do you know what was interesting? To see how out of breath he was. Because Duncan just seems like nothing is impossible for him. Do you know, it looks like he's invincible sometimes, but it was interesting to see how out of breath he was when he was talking to you, actually, Betty. And I mean, of course he was. Look how fast that swim was. It was rapid.
Yeah, it was. And Tom Dean in commentary was describing his butterfly as Phelps-esque. I mean, you don't get better than that, do you?
Imagine having a compliment like that. I'd take it.
Yeah, I mean, I would take that as well. Also, I thought it was interesting that at halfway he was faster than he was this time last year in Olympic trials, so he's clearly building.
Yeah, I mean, I knew he was on for a good one. I don't know much about 200 medley because I've never done it. But I was sat next to Tom Dean, Olympic champion, and his reaction when Duncan touched that halfway mark, the backstroke to the backstroke, the breaststroke.
Yeah, it's complicated. It's hard to get your words out.
Yeah, it was. And his face just said it all. He was in shock. He was like, this is going to be good now.
Yeah, also congratulations to Matt and Evan, who took 2nd and 3rd. Let's take a look at the race.
Well, we're about to find out what this first leg's going to be for the fastest seeds right in the centre, Duncan Scott. What's good about his butterfly here, Tomo? It's a beautiful stroke, isn't it? But he does it so well, so flat.
Yeah, watch Duncan's fly here. It's almost Phelps-esque. It's so low, it's so efficient. That's why he's got such a strong 400 medley as well as a 200 medley.
You were talking earlier about maybe he was going to try and save it for the second 100, but he's gone out fast in first to turn, 24.96. Duncan Scott in the centre, super turn as well. Now the backstroke leg. He's pretty good on breaststroke and freestyle, but you're saying you were quicker, so he's got to get out a little bit faster here?
Yeah, he's not got me chasing him down like he normally does here, but look, Matt's going to put in a strong backstroke leg here, but it looks like there's clear water between them two at the moment.
Well, he's certainly going forward, and he said, I think his fastest in season, 155.9 that he's gone so far in history, and this still in season 4 on the World Championships, still quite a few months away. Good turn, but a better turn coming from Evan Jones up there in 3. That's interesting. Fast Olympic trials last year as well.
Yeah, that's a quick backstroke, 28.9, and did you see how fast he was over the wall, the back to breast turn? Duncan is an absolute specialist at that.
Well, surely if he could get even a tiny lead here, no one's going to catch him on the freestyle. Olympic silver medalist to you, the gold back in Tokyo. What's he got to do? What is he really thinking right now? He's got 50 minutes to go. What's in his head?
He's got through the breaststroke, his rate was high, and he's just going to be coming back like a train. I can't wait to see how quick this time's going to be.
Well, this is going to be fabulous, isn't it? He's actually got clear water. This is amazing. This is absolutely extraordinary. And Duncan Scott looks super here. Well, no doubt about the qualification time. 157.18. 157.1. He's miles ahead. What time can he do here? This is brilliant. 155. Oh, 156.44. Well, it is a qualification time for Singapore. So he's added that to the 200 medley to the time that he did on the 200 metres butterfly, and the silver's gone to Matt Ward in under 2 minutes, 159.1, and that's a great time from him, a full lifetime second, lifetime best by a second for him in the silver.
What an absolute cracker of a race. What an absolute cracker of a day. We'll be back for the last 2 days of the Aquatics GB Championships. I think they're going to be corkers as well. Dan, do you think you can keep up the energy?
I think so. I mean, I think if those athletes can, I'm just sat there talking about it. I'm sure I can.
Yeah, but you still moan a lot. I
did, yeah.
And you said that you need a big old sleep, so why don't you go off and take your nap?
I'll see you tomorrow, Betty.
That was lovely. Off we go. See you later. Thanks, guys.